National Masturbation Month continues, and I'm celebrating it in the only way I know how. By watching movies with explicit sex in them. This week's movie is Kite. I once heard someone call it Kite. I think it's actually Kite, even though the movie has nothing to do with kites. There are no kites in it. None of the characters' names are Kite. I have no idea why it's named Kite, but it is. If you know, please let me know in the comments below. Kite is an anime from '99, I think, and it's incredibly violent, which is why goofy people like me like it. And it's also chock full of explicit sex, which, honestly, I could do without. But its original release in the US was censored. It had all the sex taken out, and it had a lot of the violence taken out. I think it was like 15 minutes shorter, so I didn't buy it. But eventually, they released the director's cut, which restored most everything in the show. The sex, I think all of the specifically explicit shots were taken out, but the sex was still in there. The violence was put back in. So I got this version and watched it, and I really liked it because it's horribly gory and violent, and that's awesome. Horribly gory and violent in the way that some of the best 80s and 90s anime are. Then a few years later, they came out with Kite Uncut, which restored all, so far as I know, restored everything that was taken out of the original Japanese version. So this is the version I'm going to watch tonight, and I haven't seen this in over 10 years, so let's see how it holds up. Say, would you like to watch a cartoon with multiple explicit scenes where young girls are raped? No? You wouldn't? Oh. Well, this movie's probably not for you then. And I was saying I think the movie's name is Kite, not Kite. And, I actually, for some reason, I've 15 some odd years, and I've never noticed that they actually have the katakana written in the damn logo. Kaito. Kite. So, yes, it's Kite. This movie, it starts out with, before the movie even starts, you get the whole logo, all characters depicted in this film are 19 years of age or older. No, they're not. No, they're not. Nope. No. No. But, whatever. It's a cartoon. So, is it worth watching? If you're a teenager and you've never seen anything like this before, yeah, I think so. Really, the only thing this show has going for it is some pretty cool action sequences and violence. The main weapon used by our main character in the movie, who's an assassin, is a gun that shoots bullets that explode inside of you. So someone goes, bam, bam, and he's like, uh-oh, kaboom! Kaboom! Splatter, splatter, splatter. Does that sound awesome? Because I think it's awesome. And it is awesome. It does not work as a movie. The plotting is obnoxious. It's one of those... You've all probably seen, like, The Professional, right? Or La Femme Nikita, or... it's kind of a cross between those type of movies and a rape revenge film. Basically, you have bad guy cops who collect children and train them to be assassins to take out anyone that they're contracted to take out. And so these people kill our lead character Sawa's parents when she's really young. And like, oh my gosh, someone killed your parents. That's horrible. Here, work for me as an assassin, and I will look for the bad guy who who killed your parents. It was me. You keep working for me and killing people for me, and eventually I will find that horrible person who murdered your parents. Sound good? Yay. Okay. Commence with rape. The action scene in the middle of this movie is actually really kind of incredible. And I think they poured all of their time, effort, and budget into it, because the rest of the movie, while I like the overall style, the animation and art is really bad most of the time. I mean, it's like kind of incompetently drawn. But there is an action scene in the middle of the show, and this is actually two OVAs, two original video animations. They're half an hour each. One super strength of this is it's only 60 minutes long. I think that's what makes this entertaining. If this were a full-length movie, it would probably drag and be really boring. But you get through it really quick. You get some great action scenes and some great gore, and it can be, from that perspective, a lot of fun. I'm not going to spoil it, but the scene in the center of the film, the big showpiece action scene, ends up with Sawa, the lead assassin girl, falling out of a building with a guard that just won't die, and it's like 100 floors or what. It's a humongous drop, but the action scene continues all the way down to the street and even further. And it is so amazingly obnoxious that I can't help but literally laugh out loud throughout the entire sequence, just because it's so amazingly silly. I would recommend... I think that this was on Netflix, at least edited. I don't think it has any of the sex in it on Netflix. If you can find a copy, just watch that scene in the middle, because it's... Michael Bay would look at that and go, damn, I've been owned. The story is one of those kind of twisty, and more twisty kind of things. We're friends, but I've been sent here to kill you, but that's all part of the plan for us to turn on you and kill you. But that's another double cross because I killed the other guy, but he double crossed us by killing you with that. You know, if Sawa would have just killed her rapey guardian like years ago, and she totally could have, all of this could have been avoided. It's one of those... Have you ever seen... what is the name of the movie? House of Flying Daggers, I think it's called. Visually, wonderful movie. Absolutely gorgeous film to look at. Also has some phenomenal action in it. Story is stupid as hell. Okay, I'm gonna have to edit that because I went on way too long of a rant about another movie. Sorry about that. So, Kite. Yes, Kite. Do I recommend it? Yeah, I recommend parts of it. It's got some great stuff. It's got some disgusting stuff. It's got stuff to thrill you. It's got stuff to completely disgust and repulse you. So, I guess it really depends on what you look for in a movie. So, that's Kite. Tomorrow? No, not tomorrow. Next week, because we're only doing one of these a week. I only have so many movies with explicit sex in them. And the next one is another cartoon. Somehow, most of the movies I own with explicit sex are animated.